Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, mister, if you got $3 for a newspaper, you got $3 for our Patreon.
And we want to thank the people who have subscribed to our Patreon.
Super thanks.
We've got some new ones. We've got some old ones. Well, yeah, that's the
That's
two
it?
options.
We've got people we've always had. I don't know.
We have our long love, long listener, Chris, that we super appreciate. Thank you. Love you.
Yeah, we have Jamie and Ryan.
And yeah,
But I'm just reading off the name of the list, the list of names.
she's the breadwinner in that house.
Yes, she is.
We have WH.
William H. Macy follows us.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
I am
William H.
so
Macy is part of our
excited.
Oh, my gourd.
Oh my gourd.
We have McBird. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you, McBird.
We have Tanker Tom.
Oh yeah, thank you, Tanker
Thank you,
Tom.
Tanker
Tanker
Tom.
Tom.
Tanker Tom also interacts with us more than most people.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
He
does.
sends messages and stuff. Send messages. I'll read them.
Yeah,
Or
we like
I mean, I might read them here. If you don't want me to, tell me.
We're
But
going to
hey,
read
send
it
us
on here.
messages. We've got Daniel
Yes, double D. Double down.
and Tyler, who both signed up very close to each other. And then our two newest ones, I think we may have said something last time, but we have Hector.
Yes. Who also, he signed in at doing $5
Yes.
versus $3.
And he inspired another member to do that as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And then our newest
he's a trendsetter, not just with his hair.
and our newest member, Cody.
Hey,
Thank you for
Cody.
joining,
Hey,
Cody.
Cody, thanks.
Just joined on December 13th.
It's like my friends just got a new friend.
Write us a letter. Write us an email. Tell us what you want to hear.
Yeah, so thank you guys for subscribing to our Patreon and making it the success that it is so far.
Golf
Golf
clap.
clap?
And once we get 900 more, we can add more shows.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, look, we already have a new one coming out. Latchkey Vids, a new
Yes,
thing you
we
guys
do.
are getting, and we're working up other things.
Yes.
Yes,
so
we are.
yeah, and video is now in play.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So hope you like seeing some sexy people, and if you don't,
It's not us.
watch us.
But thank you guys for joining our Patreon. And for all the rest of you out there, it's only $3 a month. You get 2 extra episodes every month now.
And if you don't fucking do it, you are dead to me. Love you, Mom.
You also get Han took shots first.
Yeah, you
Before.
get Han Took Shots first early with no ads.
Let's just say it. You get Han took shots first.
Yeah.
First.
First.
I know you wanted to.
Before everybody else.
And you get a newsletter, and you get to help choose episodes, because I put polls up sometimes.
Yes, we do.
And we have other stuff. It's just stuff. You
Just
get stuff. But I mean, 2 episodes is worth $3 a month.
I think so.
We put at least $3 worth of work into those.
I know we drank more than $3 worth of
Not
beer.
a selling point, Derek. Not a selling point.
But thank you to our patrons.
Yes,
and
thank
you
you
to our
much.
future patrons. And thank you for maybe considering thinking about it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hi, welcome everybody.
Hi.
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 How are you?
I don't know what's happening. I'm high, and you guys keep saying hi, which is really taking away from what that word means. So we were here doing a new segment.
Yes, we're doing a new segment. This will be, starting in 2025, a new Patreon segment.
Whoop,
This episode. Vepisode?
Episode.
It's a vepisode. It's a video.
It's
well,
true.
this is not a video.
This is definitely recorded on VHS, though.
Yeah, it was.
This episode is for the public. It's so you guys can hear the new idea
Like
we
a
have.
good drug dealer, we just want you to have a taste.
A little free sample.
And then we can sing about how you're hooked.
Remember how in the 80s and 90s they talked about getting a free sample of drugs all the
First
time?
one's always free.
Yeah.
So
one's
this
free, bitch.
segment is called Latchkey Vids.
As in VID.
I'm Derek.
I'm Winnie.
I'm Jack. And this is
Latchkey Vids.
Latchkey Vids. Latchkey Vids.
Latchkey Vids.
Latchkey
Vids. So you really hate yourself, right?
Why?
Because just more and more episodes.
Yeah. Well, I figured, we give the patrons something besides that one episode a month. They get the Han Took Shots first stuff a little early and
Yeah.
without the ads.
And then
but
they get the Patreon episode. And
Yeah,
then
but this is
also
something we've
archived
been-
episodes.
yeah.
This is something we've been toying with doing anyway, and I think now's the right time. We want to do these eventually be more than one season shows, but these shows that got canceled maybe at the appropriate time, maybe
not.
before their time.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Maybe too long.
Yeah, it's like forgotten fucking, seasons.
Yeah. Just forgotten TV shows. We're focusing on the 90s. I'm sure there's plenty from the 70s and 80s that we could get to if we go long enough.
This
but-
one we're doing today is a TV show that I didn't forget about. I never knew of.
I never
Yeah.
knew this existed.
This would have enriched my life.
So it also had a movie.
No, I think the
I
YouTube
just about
channel.
lost my shit.
The YouTube channel is called Cop Rock the Movie, but it's
'Cause they're
all
trying
it's
to
just
get a
all
Cop Rock
11
movie.
episodes of Cop Rock.
Oh,
We are
okay.
discussing, by the way, the television show Cop Rock,
Cop Rock,
which is a very serious, gritty cop drama
Yeah.
that is also a lighthearted musical.
Dude, when I first heard about this show, actually Patreon member Wes is the one that told me about this.
Okay.
And I was like, dude, this looks funny as shit. And it is on accident funny. I didn't realize the fucking brevity of this, like or the levity of this fucking show where there's real problems happening.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, I mean it's a real like 90s street police
like-
drama.
It's like Law and Order meets rock opera.
It is.
If Miami Connection had sex with NYPD Blue,
Yeah.
this came out.
If Serpico had sex with Sound of Music, that's what we're watching. The hills are alive. Hooah!
There's and we all only just watched the first episode, right?
Nope, I watched all of them. No, I'm just kidding. That's not Star Wars.
Couldn't stop.
I couldn't stop, man. Once I got that first one, it was free. I was back in, man.
I've seen other clips, but
I've
I have
seen other
not ever
clips.
There's
seen.
some major
the
people in this.
melody I always sing. The
Yeah.
Let's be careful out there. That's
which I
from
was
this.
waiting for in this
Yeah,
episode.
it's not here.
Nope.
We'll get there.
This is the pilot, though. I'm sure the rest of them, like this is the one where they did it, and they're like, "This is kind of what we're doing,"
Uh-huh.
and then they're going to adjust the formula.
Yeah.
So-
Real quick, this is how you know, especially for us types, I do mean us people, how you know you're watching something worth watching. The name Ernie Hudson is going to pop up in the credits, and
Yep.
you're going to be real happy.
Yeah, the IMDb trivia spoiled that for me because it said, "This is the only episode that stars Ernie Hudson." Ernie Hudson is in 10 and a half seconds
Oh, yeah.
of this
Yeah.
48-minute episode.
Yeah. So maybe he's in the other ones and he's getting less time than 10 and a half seconds.
He just walks by, like that's it.
Yeah. Waves to the camera. I'm here for my paycheck. Let me get them dollars and cents.
He was just the big name that they wanted to get attention for the series.
He's
maybe?
definitely the biggest name in here.
But there's a lot of people that I recognize.
Him and Ronnie Cox are the two like
yeah,
movie
he's
actors.
Bogomil and
Yeah.
Bogomil in Beverly Hills.
in Beverly
Cop.
Hills Cop. He's
Yeah, and who?
Cohagen in Total Recall.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There are like everybody in here has been in one episode of everything you've watched,
everything.
right?
Yeah, like
And
there's
it makes it tough to narrow it down, except for when they're in Seinfeld. I know
or
that.
Buffy.
Or Buffy. So we each have our like little one that you're like, oh, he was in episode 3, season 5. He played, but there's one that I didn't recognize last night until this. It's tough to see this, by the way, on a fucking 75-inch. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna watch this, maybe watch it on your cell phone.
So he cast from his phone to the TV, so we had the smaller screen
Oh,
in the
It
okay.
TV.
seemed a little better. My TV's
Yeah.
82 inches, and it seemed a little bit better
Yeah,
casting like from the phone to the TV.
it was never
but
meant to be in this size.
No.
But the guy that I wanted to get to has been on our main feed before. He was the crooked cop in Shakedown with
Which one?
Peter Weller and Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
He's the chief, I guess. He's the one that's trying to bust down the guy that killed the black dude and framed him. He's like, look, you might be a hero to this guy. You might be a hero
Oh,
to
the
every
chief.
cop. The chief, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Well,
captain.
not the
Not the
chief
captain.
because that's Ronnie Cox, but the
Oh,
captain.
yeah. It would be
Yeah.
the captain, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, like so I'm looking at him like I fucking know this cat, and he doesn't have a bunch of roles, so it made it easy. I went to the
Okay.
bottom and I was like, stakeout. He's the one that's like, I'll send you to prison and have that big black dude fuck you in the butt, and he says it way different than that. I can't say half the things he said.
Yes. Okay. I didn't even recognize him.
Well,
he
welcome
wasn't.
back.
He didn't have a mullet in this.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the, like,
so
the-
he's in the room from Stakeout, like
The
where he's-
douchebag cop
The
at the-
person's tied
Not
in the chair.
stakeout, shakedown.
Shakedown, where the person's tied in the chair, and then they have like the plastic all around the room.
Yeah.
He's one of
Yeah,
those cops.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Dope.
But so this episode aired September 26, 1990. This episode is written by the creator, Steve Bochco, who people might know. He's also the creator of Hill Street Blues, Doogie Howser, L.A. Law, NYPD Blue.
Ooh.
Well, actually, I don't think he created Hill Street Blues. I think he wrote on it. But
Okay.
he also wrote the movie Silent Running with Bruce Dern.
Oh,
It's
is
pretty
that
cool.
Oh, it's a little
right?
dirty.
Oh, a little
Yeah.
dirty.
He goes to space and then
Oh,
a bunch of people
Dern's in
die.
space. Oh, wow, crazy. Let's smoke a joint up here and watch everybody die.
Yeah.
Nice.
The other
Talk about
writer,
being high.
the other writer is William Finkelstein, that Finkelstein shit kid who also wrote Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans.
Wait, Finkelstein shit kid?
It's a Cheech and Chong thing.
Oh,
And like, that Finkelstein shit kid. I just remember my dad had the CDs when I was a kid, and I remember
Yeah.
that one. Yeah. But he wrote Port of Call, New Orleans. He wrote a bunch of NYPD Blue and LA Law.
Makes sense. Like I think that's one of the things your wife had just compared it to.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Oh, yeah.
So it makes
and-
sense.
And then it's directed by Gregory Hoblet.
I'm sorry, what?
That sounds like a fucking racist term. Get back to your shy, you little hoblet. We don't let hoblets around here. You must be at least this tall to drink. I'm pointing really low, by the way. Hoblets is.
And that guy directed some cop shows. He directed some Hill Street Blues, NYPD Blue, but he also directed movies. Primal Fear,
Ooh.
Oh.
Heart's War, and Frequency.
Wait, Primal Fear is not. That's Richard
That's
Gere
Edward
and
Norton.
a very early Eddie
It's
Yeah.
Norton.
his first role.
Yeah, is it now?
Yeah.
Oh, what a great role, double role.
Yeah.
What a twist.
That was his first like starring role. And oh my god, that's when I fell in love with him when I saw that.
No wonder America fell in love with him.
It was before he was a Nazi.
Well, yeah. You gotta start somewhere.
Pre-Nazi and post-gerbil.
He
Those
was-
apply to two different actors.
We'll let you decide who's who. There's got to be like no truth to that Richard Gere thing.
I think there's no truth
There's
at all.
it's like a fucking Family Guy joke. We should make up fucking rumors about rich famous people. I heard Rob Schneider chokes people out at Home Depot.
Oh wow.
It's one of those 90s like memes before we had the internet where like
Marilyn
every
Manson was
kid
on
knew
Wonder
it.
Years.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson
And
without
took
took
out
out
a
his
rib.
rib to
But
suck
you
his
have
own
to
dick.
add a
and-
vertebrae.
Yeah,
Right?
it doesn't make any sense. I guess he could just bend further without that one just stabbing his stuff. Like, I can't even tie my shoes without getting.
Well,
a
he
cramp.
also is rail thin. We're talking about some people that enjoy some beer and food here.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
I love food.
Love beer. Arizona Beer House, 33 taps, 800 plus cans and bottles. You can do it for here. You can do it to go. You can do whatever you want, except that.
That's right, Arizona Beer House at 150 South Kolb in Tucson, Arizona.
Sunday, 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 and every other day of the week.
Open 11 a.m. to midnight.
We're going to say the whole can, but you're only going to need the tip.
I need the tip.
Hey guys, I don't want to sound needy here.
I'm
or anything,
needy.
but we have a Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople.
Patreon.com.
And it only costs $3 a month.
$3 a month is nothing.
And I know times are hard right now.
Real hard for me.
Inflation's up.
Oh.
You can't afford your groceries.
Can't eat.
But you can afford $3 a month if you love us.
Give us $3.
Super love us.
Please
Yeah.
love us.
We're not begging.
I'm begging.
We're not pleading.
I'm pleading.
We're not down on our knees.
Oh boy,
I mean-
my knees hurt. They've been on so long.
But we do kind of need the money.
I need the money bad.
We need new equipment.
New equipment. We need to do remote podcasts for all of you.
I wouldn't mind eating.
We need to have video.
I wouldn't mind eating.
We need more drinks.
Food sounds good.
So please check out patreon.com/worstpeople.
Please check us out.
You get a bonus episode every month, and we're going to have more content coming for you.
I'll send you pictures.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Please give me more.
Patreon.com/worstpeople.
I'm being held hostage here. If I don't pay my way out of here, they're going to kill me.
I mean, there's a bunch of people. Like, we'll kind of go through them as we go through the episode. They've been in stuff, like you said. But
Yeah, it's kind of torture for people like us, where we're like, hold on, pause it, because I know that girl. Mhm.
Well, the main.
What does he know her from? What movie was she in? I'm gonna figure it out while I pour another gin. Ow!
The main detective,
LaRusso.
Vince LaRusso.
Uh-huh.
That guy's played by Peter Onorati. And I saw like he was on like This Is Us, which I know she watched and stuff, but he was in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
But
Real
that's
like-
not what I knew him from. Like I said, he's one of those ones with one episode of so many major
Yeah.
He
shows.
was in.
And I did recognize him from something specifically, but
There
I
was
can't remember
something else
now.
you said.
I don't remember now.
I don't either.
I knew I
Just
recognized him
look
from
at his
Goodfellas,
face, and you'll
but,
be as
You'll know
tortured
him.
as we are.
and then the other bigger one that I know I've seen his name before, which made it easier, is the guy. He's Officer Andy Campo, who's barely in this, but he's Vicky's partner,
The one that's in
the
love
main
with
female
her?
cop. Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is David Giannopoulos, and he's in Under Siege 2
Oh,
and Air
okay.
Force One.
All right.
So he likes movies with numbers in them.
That Peter, whatever you said his name was, he is either a cop or a mobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every fucking thing. I mean, he's always
Sometimes both.
Yeah, he's a cop's mobster. Cop
Cobster.
mobster.
Cop lobster.
So I was gonna say cobster, but it just sounds like you just make a lot of cob salads. My father was a cobster.
But so we're not gonna go like we usually do and go like beat by beat per se. We'll
Nah.
talk about the story. Jack will sing some songs,
I'll try.
and I have
I'll
some
back it
clips
up.
of songs and maybe a couple clips from the show that I'll intersperse in here for you people too.
I remember what I knew him from specifically.
What is
What's
that?
that?
It's Rocket Man
Rocket Man.
with Harlan Williams.
Oh, the Elton
Oh,
John story?
Really? No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, Harlan.
It's really dumb, and I love it. Oh, you're gonna have him coming up soon enough. He's in Firebirds,
Oh, okay.
Nicolas Cage helicopter movie.
Yeah.
That Tom Cruise did pretty well with airplanes. Let's see what I can do with a helicopter.
It's even better. Maybe not. It's not.
It's got no Val Kilmer. It's got no Anthony Edwards,
But it does have Nick Cage,
and it doesn't have Meg Ryan.
and it doesn't have Tom Cruise.
We're good. All right, you're making a valid argument for Firebirds
Wait,
now.
Meg Ryan's not in. Oh yeah, she is. She's Goose's wife.
Yeah.
Huh?
Take
Yeah.
me to bed or lose me
That's right.
forever.
That's right. I forgot all about that.
Bye.
I think I'm gonna stay here. Can I get another round? Wait for Meg Ryan to leave.
So it starts with a police raid. We have all of our cops. The two I mentioned, Vicky Quinn, who's played by someone
Hashtag
named
not my cop.
Ann Bobby, who is in Nightbreed, and that's all I
okay.
recognize.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then this other cop, Franklin Rose, played by a guy named James McDaniel, the very tall, angular looking like black cop.
So when in one of these early scenes, I kind of thought it was Ernie Hudson
Well,
with
we
this
were
bad
drunk
quality.
and it was dark.
Yeah.
It's in the pitch black. This whole opening sequence you can barely see.
And we were looking for Ernie Hudson
Yes.
hard. Is that him? Is that his bicep? That might be his bicep.
I felt like Zoe watching Friday the 13th. Is that Jason? Is that Jason?
Is Jason?
But so there's a police raid. They go in. They arrest all these people, including a mommy with her baby. And
Which I know this
I-
person.
I know her. I could tell you what I know her from
What's
because I
that?
just watched it. It's Fire in the Sky.
oh,
She's the
that's
wife
right.
of either DB Sweeney or T2,
Okay.
Robert Patrick.
I did notice. So we tried to watch this last night, but we were very drunk.
We watched it.
Yes. We also talked through most of it.
Yeah, we did.
So there was a line I didn't catch last night while they were arresting these people, and it's LaRusso, who's the asshole cop.
Yeah.
He's yelling at this chick.
Well,
She says
LaRusso's the bad guy in Karate Kid, so I mean, this is
they're related. This is in
Uh-huh.
LA still. So.
Yep.
But the girl is talking about don't take away my baby, whatever, and he's like, maybe you shouldn't be doing drugs. And then his line, you aren't fit to live among humans, let alone raise a child.
Whew.
I was like,
throwing fucking that hurt my feelings when he told me that. I kind of wish he called me fat, but he insulted me and my baby. Now I'm gonna go do drugs.
Yes, she is.
she just does not like to give up drugs.
I don't have coping mechanisms that are healthy, you might say.
We do go straight into a song after this.
Yeah.
The cops dragging all these guys out, and one of the cops says to this other one, he's like, "Hey, son, you need to do this." And we
Oh.
get, he called you son. He's not your dad. He's just a dumb white cop. He made you mad.
You're doing it a disservice.
Yeah, you are.
But don't worry, I'm gonna play the clip right now.
Because it is that like
We run the
Grandmaster
streets.
Flash. Like, yeah, we got the power on these streets. We got the power and the beats. We got the power. We'll show you now. We got the power. Don't ask how. Oh no, that cop is still beating me. Oh no, I don't have the power, you see. Like, I'm laughing at it because he's like, we got the power. It's like, that dude is hitting your head on this cop car.
Yeah, he is.
He looks like he has the power right now.
Yeah. So let's go to the song real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yo, man, we'll be back till about tomorrow afternoon. Shut your mouth. Hey, who you talking to like that? What's the matter with you, son? You were told to be quiet.
Because you son, he's not your dad, he's just a dumb white cop and you made him mad.
Punk with a badge, call himself a man. Worked all his life for his 8 or 9 grand. Look real pretty with a gun in his hand. You take it away, he's a chump. That's right, chump. Better do what they say. Bust your ass all night, bust your ass all day. You get shot through the head, they gonna haul you away. Put you in a garbage can. In these streets, we got the power. We got the power. We got the power. In these streets, we got the power. We got the power. Step up, chump. Let's see what you got.
Let's see what you
Don't
got.
be coming for you, ready
Come
or
on.
not. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna be
think you're so
free.
bad?
You better be watching your back. In these streets, in the car, the power. Now we got the power. We got the power in these streets.
It's fucking right.
It's the best.
I was so pleased watching this last night drunk that I was nervous that today sober. I was like, this is gonna be a chore.
Same. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so bad.
I had a
was
big old smile on
shocked.
my face.
Well, we were all feeling joy listening to this ridiculous song. And then the show goes right into its opening title sequence
Oh my god.
with a song and performance.
Randy Newman here, and I got a piano playing. I don't know what they're paying me, but I know what I'm saying. I'm saying boo-ba-da-ba-doo-ba-doo, cop rock.
So this opening scene, or no, I don't know. If
Title
it's-
sequence.
Yeah.
It's the title sequence. It's like all the cops are watching this.
It's the
thing
actors.
happen.
It's the actors like watching it thinking, God, we are in a fucking terrific show. They're
Yeah.
trying to fool the audience. Like, look how much fun they're having. They all want to be here.
One of the guys has a shirt with 2 raccoons on it.
what
And I'm
what a
like,
weird
"Trash
thing to spot.
pandas!"
What a weird thing to spot.
Hi, have you met me? I love trash pandas.
She's got like a dozen shirts with raccoons on
For
them.
my birthday.
So those are your people.
Yeah, so for my birthday, I got like 4 different raccoon shirts.
Nice. It's a good
from,
birthday.
From my friends. I have
Like
amazing
not from one
friends.
person,
Not
from like 4
multiple people.
You got people that know you.
And I don't think anybody's going to sue me, so I might just be using that song as our opening thing for this first one.
Days of sunshine, tears and rain, precious memories of years go by. Hours of darkness, fear and pain, all the time that we had. When all that's left is a photograph, not one golden moment in the sun. Doing what had to be done, living under the gun.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think, I mean, we'll get a letter if we're going to get sued, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we
Don't
could be
worry, the
like,
rest of this will
"Sorry."
be behind a paywall. No one will know.
Hey, I was going to say, if we're getting sued for this, it means someone's listening.
Hey, it's 30 years old, man.
So all these
34.
they go to court and all these people are there and basically they're like we have to let everybody out because the prisons are too full. So
They're letting out people. And also, there's like no conviction. You got less than an ounce of coke. You didn't identify yourselves early enough.
and this lawyer, the black female lawyer here at the beginning, played by a woman named Sharon Brown. I was like, I recognize her and I don't know why, so I had to IMDb it.
Sharon Brown is like a threesome in the butt. Go on.
She plays
Oh.
the talking joint in Half Baked.
Oh, that is awesome. At the very end, come on, smoke me one more time. Light me up. Awesome. So she's had a stellar career.
Yeah.
If I look at her profile picture, is it her dressed up as a joint still?
No.
That's a shame.
But that picture was easily found.
Oh yeah, you just Google talking joint and it comes up talking joint Half Baked.
Perfect.
And then so yeah, we have Captain John Hollander. I got his name here. Larry Joshua is the guy you were talking about.
He's the welcome back.
And basically Vicky, who's I guess supposed to be our main character that's not an asshole. Because LaRusso seems to be the main one.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know if there is a main character because I thought it was LaRusso until he does the dirt at the end.
Yeah,
So-
they keep
'cause
cutting back
he's-
to her like she's supposed to be our sympathetic character.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you probably think I'm a sucker.
yeah.
There's worse things to be in this life than a sucker.
I mean,
Could be a swallower. He
You
gets
could be
put
a
on the
spinner.
stand later, LaRusso being him, and he gives a speech. I was like, oh, I'm on his side right now.
Oh, I've got that queued up for
Yeah.
a soundbite
okay,
later
good,
too.
because
so he's a good cop, but he's doing it the wrong way.
he's been a cop too long.
Yeah.
You don't know what I've seen. Sorry, hold on. You don't know what I've seen. These streets can make you mean. I go home and I drink alone.
Well, the LaRusso, there's a thing later with LaRusso and the captain. I think it's the captain. It's very hard to
Yeah,
tell who
it's
these
the
people are
captain.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But that what you're talking about and he says something, the captain says something along the lines of, "You may be a great cop and a hero to the force, but when it's all said and done, you disrespect the badge."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't you disrespect the badge, Cookie. I'm a captain that calls everybody Cookie.
But yeah, so they decide to let this girl Patricia out so she doesn't lose her baby because she gave them a bunch of information, even though none of it was useful and it's all stuff they already knew.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
already knew it.
Vicky's like, yeah, but she's trying to help us, and I don't want her to lose her baby. And that becomes the B story for this whole thing.
Because Vicky tries to get into rehab, and this chick's like, fuck no. And this is kind of a true thing where she's like, I'll never get my baby back.
Yeah.
There's
which-
no one I
my
can
baby back,
trust.
baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby
I want my baby back, police officer.
But and then, yeah, she doesn't want to give it to any of her friends because they won't give the baby back.
They'll sell it.
Yeah.
They'll sell that baby.
A couple episodes from now, we'll know a lot more about that.
Yeah, I think it might be the next episode.
I think it's like the 4th.
Oh, it's setting up like it's about to be the
Yeah.
next. So
that's going to be the storyline throughout the whole season.
can't wait to see how they stretch that out.
Right? Oh my god! And the '90s were notorious for stretching something out for 23 episodes.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, this is only 11. So,
It didn't make it to the 23. They wanted that 2-3.
But
Hey,
so-
I've got a song for each episode. 23 and I'm ready to go. Do I get paid yet?
so we cut to these cops out on patrol. They see a van, so they start chasing it because van equals criminal.
Well, also, the
Well,
way
they cut him off.
The way you're driving this van, you
Well,
are.
not
Who do you
at
think
first,
you are, the
right?
A-team? Well, they come like shit whipping out of an alley.
oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, they come out hot, and then it gets hotter in pursuit. I felt bad for this van.
I know this poor van just
They are
bouncing all
just-
over the
I
place.
mean, maybe he's having a good time. He could be the goodest boy that just wants to go for a rump.
Oh.
Well, and we have this cop, the Franklin Rose I was talking about, with his partner, who we don't need to worry about. His name is Braden. Let's just forget that.
Right
Not
on,
gonna be.
right on, right on.
Yeah, this guy is so excited. Like they're chasing these guys, and he pulls out his shotgun. He's like,
Wish I had more 30-06. Hey, you got any 30-06 on you?
Yeah.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
it'll be just like hunting with my daddy.
Right on, right
The way that you say that makes you sound like you shouldn't have a black partner.
Also,
Just
it
saying.
turns out that, I mean, I guess if his dad was former Vice President Dick Cheney, it might be hunting with his daddy. But
It's like hunt with my daddy. Don't turn your back.
Is
What?
his daddy Lance Hendrickson?
well, because these cops
I'm gonna
push.
shoot. I'm gonna eat you. Then I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah. Well, no, the movie with
Hard
I'm
target.
helping. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I know. In Hard Target, he says the line, "I'm gonna eat you, then I'm gonna fuck you," or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
fuck you and then eat you.
I'm gonna kill you, then fuck you, or something along those lines. Like, Lance, you're doing it all backwards.
But so these
they don't talk
cops
so much.
the cops basically force this van. It's a pretty cool chase for a no budget
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
I mean, it's a cool through the streets, But they basically force this van to drive into a children's playground full of children
Mhm.
to stop it, which is not, I don't think, how you're
Thank God
supposed
that
to do
fence
that.
was there.
It's not ideal.
I think a van of this size would take this fence out and then
Yes.
also take out all these children.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I could
But the
take out all
fence
kinds of
stops it.
kids in my van.
Dude,
Not
careful.
going to.
Wow.
Not going to. But I could have mowed this whole school down. I think.
But then as soon as they all get out of the car, Braden, who is very excited to shoot criminals with a shotgun, gets taken out immediately.
It is like hunting with my daddy. He done shot me too.
And then some of the cops are like, "Don't shoot, hold your fire. There's kids."
And I have another clip to play for this, but this cop,
Oh.
Franklin Rose, crying over his dead partner.
This is a Miami
is-
Connection moment.
This
This
is
is
a
like-
thousand times better than
You-
Miami
You
Connection.
have how dare you?
Yeah.
You have everybody here being pretty okay at their job acting wise,
Mhm.
and then this guy is shaking this body. Don't you die!
My-
no!
Somebody help me!
Somebody fucking help me! Somebody help me! My friend is dead.
All right, let's throw it to the clip real quick.
Don't die on me, man! Don't you die! Don't you die! No! No! Somebody help me! Somebody help!
Yeah, so they get the other guy, the one who was driving the van, a guy named Cece. That's what they call him. And they're interrogating him. And Russo, this is where you see he's not a great cop.
No.
And he knows he's pushing. He's like,
They're shoving hot coffee down his mouth while he has to pee really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first when he says, I have to go to the bathroom, I'm like, is it because all the coffee? Does he have to shit? Excuse me. You have fed me nothing but coffee and bran for the last hour. I am going to explode.
I mean, that might be legal under the Geneva Convention.
I
so.
got diarrhea coming out my shorts. I got diarrhea and it really squirts.
I think they make him piss himself, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. He
1,000%.
said, I wet my pants.
and then cries. But
I would
LaRusso even says, he's like, we can't use your testimony. This is
Yeah,
completely
because
illegal.
this guy's like, if I testify, they're all going to kill me. You might as well kill me now. He's like, no. You're misunderstanding. I am stepping all over your constitutional rights.
Yep.
And I don't care.
Well, and he's got a great thing. He's like, every cop outside this room wants 5 minutes alone with you.
Dude, I'll
so
sell
give me
tickets
his
to your-
name or I'll sell tickets to your execution.
And I believe it. I've seen LA Confidential.
Yeah.
But they're like, he's telling him he doesn't know who this guy is that shot the cop. And he's like, he was a hitchhiker. I picked him up. And they're like, he was hitchhiking with an Uzi. Yeah, man, he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's why I picked him up. I was afraid he was going to do a reverse drive-by.
Yeah.
I drive by, he shoots.
And so we find out that he's Tyrone Weeks is the guy's
That
name.
name sounds familiar.
Does it?
Yeah, because we heard it in the beginning.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. That was minutes ago.
I looked up both of
No,
these.
in the episode, not us saying it. I'm just
Oh,
saying in the
yeah.
episode.
I looked up both these actors, and this guy, the one that got away, I didn't recognize as much. The other guy is in Warriors.
Tyrone.
Oh, is he?
Plays Cochise.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Nice.
just watched
Oh.
that with you.
Yeah.
I
was
haven't
just
seen him
watching
forever,
that.
but I was like, yeah, there's something familiar about
He did
this
look
cat.
familiar. That's the thing. There's so many people that looked familiar. I didn't look everybody up. The ones who like really stuck out, I was like, okay, maybe this is somebody.
I only did because it was our second time. We were celebrating last night, and I love. Derek said one of my favorite things ever, where we were leaving the bar, and he's like, "All right, we'll go home. I'll make some coffee, and then we'll watch." And I said, "Well, I was gonna buy you a shot. Okay, I'll go home, make strong coffee." He didn't say no,
We didn't record.
and
No.
then that shot didn't stop the rest of the drinking.
No, it did not.
That coffee never got made, folks.
Tyrone,
It got
like,
made today.
we see Tyrone later in the episode, and I thought he was familiar, but he's not. He was in. I noticed a couple of things. His biggest known for role was Detective Foster in Beverly Hills Cop.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, who's Detective? I looked it up. Can't even find a picture. So he's just like another cop, probably in the
The
Detroit.
very
thing.
beginning
Yeah.
in Detroit when he's walking through the bullpen.
I wouldn't recognize him from this, but he plays Lamia or whatever in Drag Me to Hell.
Oh,
the
we were
demon.
just talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he's the body actor for that
Yeah.
goat
So-
head thing.
Which, I mean, that means he did a good job because that thing was fucking creepy.
Yeah.
So, and might be why I thought I recognized him because when you see him later, he is terrifying.
Oh, that dude, this
His
fucking
smile.
we've never had a black Joker in the Batman universe. This guy's got the smile for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Set it
does.
up.
So there's a thing about who's that other cop whose name I forgot. His partner died. He's very sad about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fake
he's
Ernie
kind of-
Hudson.
He's kind of out of the episode. They're basically telling him like, oh, just you still have to come to work, but you don't have to go on patrol
You're
or
gonna stay
anything.
at a desk.
Dude, once somebody says these words to you, give him a day off. He's like, I can't close my. If I close my eyes, I'm afraid I'm gonna watch it happen over and over. Don't be working. That's a guy that doesn't need to be working.
Well, also, the captain says, he's like, "Don't worry, we'll keep you inside the fort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
do your
go
work from
and
inside.
call your girlfriend. She'll help you feel better.
Mm.
Yeah, she'll pick you up."
I mean,
and
this
take you
is the
home.
90s, like directly 90.
Yeah.
So it's just there's probably
It's still the 80s.
nowadays. This would definitely be an automatic time off or see a shrink.
Yeah.
We're still not using shrinks in the 90s.
Yeah,
No.
cops
Especially
were
like
allowed
you
to
said,
have
it's still the 80s in 1990.
cops were allowed to have feelings about people getting killed, but it was just like, I'm sad. I gotta go home for a minute.
Or I'm happy I
think-
killed that guy.
I want to say you still had to talk, like, go see a psychologist, possibly.
Yeah.
Well, we
But-
saw that in
Lethal Weapon.
that bodybuilding movie that we did with Dice and the Dragon.
Yeah.
Remember, because
Wait, bodybuilding?
where
Oh,
they're
yeah,
cops
yeah,
and there's
yeah.
the steroids,
What the fuck was the name of that movie?
I don't
Whatever
remember.
it takes.
whatever it takes. Yeah, we saw it in there because they both had to talk to a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
But much like Lethal Weapon I was referencing, it's always like, gotta talk to the fucking shrink.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
fucking broad.
Exactly.
Hey, if I want to talk to somebody, I'd go get married. Oh,
Hey.
There's a thing I just want to mention, even though it doesn't come up. There's this fat cop, and I think it might be the husband
It is the husband.
because we see him
Porkins?
later. We see him later as like a CSI guy or something.
yeah,
but,
for internal affairs.
but he's in the bathroom. They're taking a piss with the captain, and he's just like talking about how he's like, "You ever had proselytitis? We're getting old, man. It's like I have to pee, but I can't."
This-
and I'm like, "Dude, you're getting old. That guy's in his 20s."
yeah, you are old. He's up and coming.
Damn. You gotta go to the urologist again. You ever get prostatitis? I don't think so. You feel like you gotta go all the time, only nothing happens. We're getting older, John.
This was a wild other thread. I was like, okay, so we're dealing with like baby selling, bad cop, cop killer, interrogation, whatever Ernie Hudson's doing, this guy can't piss. Like, we have so many fucking threads to follow.
And then we haven't even gotten to it yet because we know Vicky and Andy, right?
Yeah.
That's his name.
Yeah.
And they have love for each other because he's
Well,
dropping her off right now.
Yeah, that's right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, I sit next to you all the time. I have feelings for you. And she's like, there's nothing there.
Uh-huh.
Well, he even says, I go home at night and I stare at the ceiling thinking about you. And she's like, I think about you too.
When I'm home at night, I masturbate to you. Is that something that I shouldn't say to you?
And then she walks in.
Girls don't like that. I've tried that before. I'm like, dude, I jerk off to you all the time. It never works out.
I think it's flattering. Thank you.
There's one out there for everybody.
So she walks into this house and it's like under construction. They're remodeling, I guess. And then she goes and I'm like, oh, that's her dad. Puts her arms around him. She's like, I love you.
I remember
And
last
come into
night
bed.
when we were watching this part, Derek's like, and one of you was like, God, the fuck is he doing? What is she doing with him? Like, he looks awful. And we're all commenting on it. And his song starts out and he's like, I understand how I look. Like, oh shit. He's
But
listening.
she loves me.
It is such a terrible song about this guy just like, basically like, my dick is tiny and I have no charisma. I barely have a good job that I can keep steady.
And like he's singing about she's the most beautiful girl in the world, but she chose me. Yeah, I got a little.
She was 13.
I'll play a little clip from this one, but it's long and slow. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
exciting.
it's definitely not as exciting as some of these other ones, especially one coming up.
Not much to talk to, and I know how I look. What I know about life comes out of a book. But of all of the people there are in the world, she chose me.
But yeah, we see that Vicky's this guy's punching above his weight.
I want to know. I really hope they delve into it. Like, there's got to be some reason why she's with him, like an ulterior
it's called
motive.
Grooming. She didn't know no better.
Or as Zip says, I saw Zip today, and he's like, an arterial motive.
It came from the heart.
So then we go to the scene with the two best actors in the show. We have Ernie Hudson, who's apparently playing Commander Warren Osborn.
Yeah.
We hear him called Oz. So
You know what we probably get later? Him on an intercom, like just his voice. Like he's just like, look, dude, you didn't pay me enough to be in all these episodes.
it's like he was just hanging out with Ronnie Cox, and they were like, well, "We're gonna film this scene." And he's like, "I mean, I'm here.
Yeah, I'll take a paycheck.
I'll be on your little TV show."
Your little TV show podcast game.
So it's Ernie Hudson and Ronnie Cox. Ronnie Cox is the chief.
Dude, what is with these guns?
I don't know.
Subtext, they're trying to show you that he's a fucking cowboy.
Yeah.
Like he is a wild lawman cowboy.
I know what
and
they're
he shoots
doing.
from the hip. But what they aren't explaining is why this guy has a Disney level animatronic cowboy in his fucking closet, where he's like, he puts on these really nice, what are they, Colts?
Reach for the stars,
51 Colt
sucker.
Navies.
Colt Navies.
Mm.
Oh, by the way,
They
try
belong
watch
to
this.
Wild Bill Hickok.
Try to watch this with subtitles if you watch,
Oh, God.
because it's YouTube, so they are generated by AI, and it is wild.
Yeah,
It
when
is
he tells Ernie Hudson, he's like, "These were Bill Hickok's Oz." The subtitles don't know that it's Bill Hickok's comma
Oz.
So it's like, these were Bill Kakazi.
But yeah, dude, this fucking guy puts on these beautiful guns and he's like, all right, dude, we got to go to this press conference. And then pushes a button on his desk and this guy comes out like, oh, you old sidewinder, I'm going to split you
It's
with a good
so
old
much better
shit,
than
yeah,
that.
something like that.
You lily-livered saucebuster.
You
Yes.
little livered sauce buster. I wasn't ready for that to be such a, you fucking lily-livered sauce buster.
Yeah, and he had
What
a
does
little,
that mean? I was like trying to make a sauce and it wouldn't emulsify? You kept breaking the emotion? Why would you do that? Don't break my emotion.
But he shoots the thing and it's like, oh, you got me, Sidewinder. What?
You got me, Slim. They really, really got me.
And as the robot is going back into the closet, it's like, tell my ma I love her. Or something. Maybe it's my
Tell
wife.
my ma I
but-
love her cooking.
So they go to this press conference about the shooting, And the mayor's there, Mayor Plank,
Oh God.
which that's a good name because she's basically a piece of wood.
She's terrifying though. She looks like I'm
A witch.
expecting. Sure, I'm expecting the Crypt Keeper to fucking jump out of her. It is just fucking
Paint
something.
her green, and she's the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah, that mole's not doing favors. But this hair,
And that arched nose.
This whole thing is she wants to build this new jail, and the city's been blocking it. So she goes into her office, and there's these guys that come in. There's a guy, Frank, who I was going to write down the actor, but then I realized this was the only thing he's ever done.
And he's the best one in this scene.
I wonder if he's just a musician or like
maybe
something like that, stage
Okay.
performer that can sing. Also, let's not talk about the Tom Selleck trio behind him.
With if anybody watched TPB, the Trailer Park Boys, it's not the actor that played
looks
Leahy,
like-
but he's totally not Leahy.
And he's the only one without a mustache, I should say.
Yeah.
And the Sellecas.
And I don't, I don't understand this. So this guy comes in,
I just see
and
cars.
she's like, "Oh, you're gonna help me get this jail built. I need it built like next week or whatever." And he's like, "Cool, got you." Breaks into song, which is a straight up rip off of Space Cowboy.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
is that what the song's called? I don't know.
Yeah.
You call me a space cowboy.
Yeah.
That song.
You can call me the gangster of love.
Yeah.
Wow, you know it.
But like he's giving her a briefcase, a Tarantino briefcase, as we find
Yeah.
out, full of money.
It's kryptonite.
This
is like
glowing
this is-
green.
Yeah, Superman. At
but
one
like,
point,
what
they're
is he
singing,
bribing her for?
Yeah.
he wanted the jail built. He probably is going to make money off building this jail. The city was blocking it. She unblocked it.
Okay,
That's
'cause
my
I was
guess.
like,
I
she
have
wants-
no.
Oh,
She tells
okay.
him, "I want this jail built," and he gives her money, and I'm like, I don't understand.
That's the whole thing I didn't understand.
He's
I'm like,
buying
what
the
is happening
contract?
here?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
guess.
okay.
But then again, we could be doing a lot more thinking on this than anybody else.
Yeah, but
What do you
he's
mean I didn't plan it out?
he's
Look at
doing
these people sing and shout.
he's
I'm
doing
going to interrupt you one more time. Okay, I'm done. That's fine.
he's doing a phenomenal thing singing to her,
Uh-huh.
but he's also like eye fucking her.
Then he gets behind her,
Yeah,
and
he
he
does.
sings something like so sexy, and she gives the worst look back ever. Where I was like, "Oh,
She has
boner
a,
kill."
she
got
has a
big
few
tits.
moments.
Does she?
Oh,
I'm
they're huge.
Too focused on everything else.
I was too focused on her performance because, like, through this song, she's trying to be so cool,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but
she's
she
like,
is the least cool person that's ever been on
She's a
TV.
fucking Tim Burton Beetlejuice character.
Well, like Frank is across the room singing, and his goons are behind her, and she like
Those
telling
are her
everybody to go
goons.
to the other room.
No,
Oh.
I think they're his.
no,
they
they're
came
hers.
in with him. Either way,
No.
she's telling everybody, "Let's go to the other side of the room."
We'll find out
she,
next
like,
episode.
She like snaps and points and like does this like cool guy walk across
Yeah,
the
the
room.
finger
I'm like,
guns.
what are we doing?
Shooter.
And then when she gets up for her part of the song, she stands on the desk and starts singing.
I was born in Delaware.
She was a pretty little thing.
She came to the city very young. They show a
So
picture of a
young.
child,
Uh-huh.
and they say she was a pretty little thing, while not Leahy does like this hourglass thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, everybody needs to just calm down.
This is an easy fix.
Have a seat right here.
Have a seat. You have a picture of a little girl. No, that's how you change it. Have it be a young 19, 20-year-old that you're allowed to do the va-va-voom curves to.
Yeah.
Not a 9-year-old.
Yeah, it was,
You're about
it's
10
weird.
years
And
early,
also,
pal.
she was born in like the 20s.
Yeah, she came over to LA in a covered wagon. They had to go through the Native American territories.
I do have a clip from this song that's going to play right now.
Now I want you all to understand that in this briefcase I have in my hand, just to prove our friendship has begun, I put a little taste for everyone. There's a taste for everyone. There's a taste for everyone.
I was born in Delaware, behind the Dover railway station. I came to the city at a very early age. She was a pretty little girl.
Jesus
We have
Christ.
Patricia. We have Patricia come back to
The cop station.
offer to give them information at the police station about Tyrone.
We'll give you $50 now and $50 when it checks out.
Yeah, and she's like, $50 isn't enough money.
I could
we
barely
don't,
get crack with that.
we don't have anywhere to sleep or food. And then she
Yeah.
comes back for her other 50. She's like, we still don't have anywhere to sleep or food. I'm like, where'd that 50 go?
We know. We know where that 50 went.
We have Mirsky, who's this lawyer at this other trial that has nothing to do with anything.
And
He's played by Armin Shimmerman.
diehard Seinfeld fans would know him from maybe 2 episodes. He's Stan the Caddy.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, he's a caddy that tells Kramer what to do in life.
I actually know that episode. Yeah.
Because it's the one with Terry Hatcher. Or not
Yeah.
Terry Hatcher, sorry. It's the one with Sue Ellen Mishke where she's wearing a bra instead of a shirt.
Yes.
In Buffy season 2 or 3, he's the principal, and he's like the asshole principal that he's like a real hard ass the whole time because he looks like a little fucking goober.
Yeah.
He ends up getting eaten by a snake demon, I think.
Oh,
That was, I don't know.
I
what
think
it
that's
is.
that principal. A lot of principals die on that show.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say a lot of
he's-
snake demons eat people.
Well, that too.
I recognize him, like when we saw him on Buffy, I immediately recognized him from Star Trek, The Voyager, or some shit
Deep
like
Space
that.
Nine, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Quark.
Yeah, Quark.
He's the actual Quark, like the Ferengi we've referenced multiple times. Maybe not on Bad Movies, Worst People. Maybe it's on Star Wars, which
It
makes
could be
no
on
sense.
Han Took Shots.
But yeah, he's actual Quark.
Yeah.
Not just a Ferengi. And I was like, no, he's just one of the random ones.
Nope,
No,
he's
the.
the. And it makes sense. Very little ear makeup.
I mean,
or you need a big ear frame to hold up that fucking headpiece.
They're like, look, let's take off the toupee,
Uh-huh.
put in some fake little sharp teeth. We're
he
done.
is rocking
And cut.
a fucking rug on
Is he?
his head right
Dude,
now.
this thing looks like a dead cat. Like William Shatner is
He always has a little golf hat on in
yeah,
Seinfeld.
he's got the halo hair.
William Shatner saw this and went, I guess mine's not that bad.
Not that bad.
Although he's not on that Star Trek, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's in every Star Trek in my mind.
But so they're at this trial. It's some other drug trial. This is the best part of the episode. Well, when they get the
This is
verdict,
the best
but,
song.
First, LaRusso has this rant about crime and how like you don't live in LA, you live in Vietnam.
He fakes having a clipped arm.
Yeah.
And I did save a clip of this little speech he gives because the ending is the best part, and we'll just play that real quick.
Don't you think I know what went down in that room?
I think you went into that room only too ready to use your gun, and Harold Bivens knew it.
I went into that room just hoping I'd come out alive.
Aren't you being just a little overdramatic, Detective?
Overdramatic? Overdramatic? You see this? 3 days ago, I left my unit headed for a coffee shop to have lunch. I get hit with sniper fire from a rooftop. The day before yesterday, a judge let a drug dealer go because the jails were too crowded. That same drug dealer, 8 hours later, murdered a 27-year-old cop.
I want this man
You
held
don't
in
live in
contempt.
Los Angeles, folks. You live in Vietnam, and it's guys like him that are making it happen.
Are you finished,
Drive a
Detective?
custom Mercedes that he paid for with glass pipes
I want
and
this
guns.
stopped.
He paid for it with dead cops and dead kids. His lawyers don't want you to think about that. But I do. I want you to send him to jail because he's a bad guy, and it'll be one less bad guy on the street, and that is all the reason anybody who lives in this city ever needs. Now I'm done.
Mic drop. He unscrews the mic off the fucking... Hold on, I'm going to get this. Is it righty-tighty, lefty? Is it my right or your right? Hold on. Mic drop.
Wait, are we in Australia or America? Which way does it screw? That's not how that works.
It's not a toilet. Get off my stand.
I just think of The Simpsons where Bart calls Australia.
Yeah. That's the episode you should think of.
But so we find out back at the precinct real quick that the tip didn't pan out. Tyrone wasn't there, so she's not getting her money.
Well, he just stepped out for a minute.
None of you care. When you go home tonight, when you go home to bed, I won't have one. Where do I rest my head? I don't know that. I'm gonna sell my baby so I can get a Motel 8.
For one night.
It might be great. Well, then I'll start working out of it.
Well, it's
I'm a
1990.
prostitute.
She could get a Motel 8 for like a week.
Yeah.
For $200.
And I'm gonna give a hand job because a hand job is still a job.
I'm just getting knocked up again.
And
I'll
then
get knocked up.
we go back to the trial, and this judge, by the way, Walter Flynn is the judge's name, but the actor Carl Anderson. So he is a great singer.
Yeah,
Most of these people are.
Yeah, I think that's why they got the job.
Yeah.
Take me
But
to
this
church,
guy
boys.
was actually in like real musical things. So he's in Jesus Christ Superstar. He plays
Ooh.
Judas Iscariot, whatever,
Yeah.
who cares, Judas. And he's in The Color Purple as Reverend Samuel.
Okay.
So he's
So
in like
got
real
chops.
musicals. Yeah.
That's good. It shows right here.
So yeah, it's time for the verdict. You know what? Let's just listen to it real quick.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Hit it.
He's guilty, Judge, he's guilty.
You could see it in his eyes. He did the crime and now he's gotta pay. He's guilty, Judge, he's guilty. We have seen through all his lies. The time has come to put this boy away. Well, oh yeah. Woo. Sonny, the end is coming. I was abused as a child. Sonny, the end is near. I was confused in every way. Now you got some hard times coming.
He didn't know right from wrong.
To you, my dear, I want to make it clear. I want to thank the jury. And I'd like to thank my wife. He's been a criminal all his life. What are you going to say for me? He's guilty. And we'd like to thank you, Honor. We've served justice here today. And now he's got to pay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Guilty. Stand down, the case is over. Stand down, the case is closed. The time has come to put this boy away. The jury is dismissed with the thanks of the court. We are adjourned.
Dude, the piano busting out of
Dude.
nowhere, and then all of a sudden the jury box gets up in full
In
choir
robes.
outfits. Dude, like, it is great. But my favorite part is when he's like, I want to thank God and my wife.
Oh, thank you.
And then he looks at the jury foreman. What say you? I like the guy that's actually on trial. It's like, I never knew right from wrong. My
I was
parents
abused.
No,
didn't
that's the
teach me."
lawyer.
Oh, that's the lawyer?
That's the lawyer saying he never knew right from wrong. The guy,
He says, I
Bivens,
was abused.
he's sitting there looking baffled why people are singing.
He's the one guy that doesn't know he's in a musical or that is aware. What the fuck are they all doing singing, dude? This is my life that's on the line.
And then
It's not funny.
Husband's favorite part is that the defense lawyer starts singing along with it, like,
Yeah, he's
you're
like, "You're guilty."
He's like, ooh, that is catchy. Damn, he did do it. All
He's
right, you got
guilty,
me.
Judge, he's guilty.
That's why they don't allow music in court, dude. Everybody would just be like, he said it better.
You know what? Go to our TikTok page. It's just BMWP podcast because I'm posting the video of this song.
Yeah.
It's worthy.
Maybe if you could post it on the reels for Insta or
Yeah.
something. I'm not sure how that works.
They always, I see reels that are long.
Yeah.
But whenever I try to post them, it's always like it has to be 30 seconds.
Weird.
I'm like, what? So I'll try to figure it out. I've been trying to figure out
Just
how
take
that
the
works.
best 30 seconds out of it.
Yeah. The piano up through the robes.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so that's that case, which has nothing to do with anything. I think it was just a cool song.
Yeah, like we got this judge here.
I guess we're seeing that LaRusso really is like, man, fuck this city.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we go to this other house. Tyrone is there. He tried to escape, and these cops nailed him.
Yeah,
We
or
nailed him.
did they fuck it up?
Yeah, because he ran
Oh.
out. They saw him, so he ran back inside.
Well, that's
they
what they're
chased him.
saying.
Well,
No, he made them.
that's what happened because when he went back inside and they chased him inside. Now they're in violation because they don't have a warrant to be inside the house.
But if you're chasing somebody that, like, did they not have a warrant? They had a warrant for Tyrone's arrest, didn't they?
I don't know. They didn't have a warrant for this house. That's what they're saying. I don't know
Yeah.
how. I don't know. I am not a law.
The procedure didn't make sense.
Also, this show I don't think is too concerned with how the law actually works. Besides, like the screwing up by chasing him back in. Also, one of the other cops comes out. He's like, "Hey, I found this gun in the toilet tank. Just holding it with it." And LaRusso's like, "Mother, just give me the fucking gun. Look, your fingerprints are all over the gun. You fucked up
you
the
shouldn't
warrant.
be here.
Tyrone is in there, and that's what he says. He's like, dude, you guys fucked up. And he's got that smile, and
You know why he has
terrifying.
that smile? Because he knows more with the fucking law than you do, you idiots.
Yeah.
You know what? Most criminals do.
Especially this guy. He's a career criminal.
Yeah.
He's like, I know every way to get out of this.
But LaRusso is just like, oh, well, you know what? I've got a solution for this. And he just fucking takes this dude out.
Three shots to the heart, man.
Caps this dude, and his partner is standing there like, what? And he's like, you weren't here. And he's like, no.
I was.
No, I was. Unfortunately.
You want to play catch the gun? Because I'll throw a gun at you and shoot you. That's how we do it. Play catch the gun.
This is where we find out Vicky's husband is CSI or Internal Affairs or
Yeah.
something.
CSI 4IA.
I don't think he's IA.
He probably isn't, but the reason I brought it up though is because he goes out. He's
the captain's
the
there.
captain
Yeah.
is talking to fat boy McShane body.
Yep.
And he's like, "Well, what's it look like?" And he's like, "Yeah, it looks like a fucking everything he said. Those handcuff marks aren't fresh. I guarantee."
Well, he does
you."
say
He's like, "Those are
to someone else,
3
he's
days
like, IA cleared it or whatever.
So after this conversation is when the captain goes out and talks to LaRusso
Lusso, yeah.
and gives a speech that you had said, like, "Hey, look, you're a hero to this guy, you're a hero to that guy, but you're pooping on the badge, Cookie."
Yeah,
and he says, like, it might have cleared with IA. So that's like either this guy.
But I'm gonna get you.
He gave him the report, I guess.
And I do want to mention is Whitney started saying it. We were talking about, but the handcuffs. He's got the cuff marks because he was handcuffed when he got shot.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, the captain's like, those look fresh. He's like, no, those are like 3 days old.
Like 3 days old.
Yeah,
punk.
we arrested him the other day, and that's what
This
it's
guy
from.
has just handcuffed scars.
Yeah.
Okay, like calluses.
And yeah,
Deal with
so he
it.
gives a little speech, and then that's when Lewis is like, "You think you can bust me?" And the captain says, "Count on it." Then we fade
Walks
out
away
to the last
with his blue blockers.
Yeah, I don't know what those sunglasses were. And we have this last song, which I'm not gonna play for you guys because it's long and boring.
Yeah.
Patricia is singing a sad song to her baby.
It's a cruel world.
The Sandman's coming.
Yada yada.
Don't
Sandman's
cry.
coming soon. This guy Glenn shows up, played by Dennis Cockrum.
Cockrum. Mickey Milkovich's dad in
Yep.
Shameless, the Nazi neighbors.
But he totally does look like he could have been Smoothie.
Smoothie. He looks
Yeah,
like
the
the
guy
actor that
Smoothie
plays
from
Smoothie.
Happy. Yeah.
Looks like him, but I mean, it doesn't match up. And this guy's just, I think it's again, it shouldn't be stretched this big. It's not the most clear thing, but he's much older than Smoothie.
Yeah, he is.
But he's got it's the nose and the face,
Mhm.
like all that stuff.
Let's just say the flat.
And is he a Mormon? Like what? Like does he work for a church or?
Well, we're gonna have
We'll
to find
find
out on the next episodes because we know there's a song sang by him, called "Baby Merchant."
And then he pays her $200 for Crystal the pistol.
$200
Crystal the pistol.
for the baby. And I like the thing where he's like, "Look, these people are going to take good care of the baby. They even gave me a car seat to put the baby in.
I'm
And
not
then he
gonna.
puts-
And then he hands the baby to the woman,
in the front seat.
and they just drive.
Yeah, I have it, but I'm not gonna use it.
It's the
I said
90s.
they're going to be good parents. I'm
Oh.
a baby merchant,
I buy babies and I sell babies. Did you think I was a good person?
and that's the end of the episode.
Credits. Cop Rock.
Cop Rock.
Yeah, the show is over now. You can go on home. I don't want to because I live all alone. I play my piano and I sing my heart out. One day I'm going to blow my brains out.
Somebody want to check on Randy Newman?
Why did people love Randy Newman?
Short people got no reason to live.
That's one of his songs. Short people have no reason to live. Is one. I'm not making that part up.
I know Randy Newman because of Toy Story.
Toy Story, yeah.
Major League. Randy Newman is the
He's terrible.
You planted a
hold
gun on me.
So we've got John Williams is like the fucking maker's mark of whiskey. Randy Newman is 10 high.
Oh God, I used to drink.
He gets the job done, but it's no Johnny Dubs.
Randy Newman is like the Walmart brand of 10 High.
Uh-huh.
It's like great value whiskey, and it comes in a mostly plastic part paper bottle.
Well, there's a reason it's plastic, dude. Two reasons. When you fall asleep drunk with it, you can hug it. And also you can squeeze it to get it out faster and into the cup faster. Gonna make it fucking drink. Hurry up. I'm fucking Randy Newman. I sound like this when I'm not singing.
Well, that's the end of this episode for this, Cop Rock. This is going to be a new Patreon thing, as I told you guys. And we're going to end these episodes just kind of with final thoughts as we go on. How do these episodes stack up against other episodes, et cetera, et cetera. So, Jack, what are your final thoughts here on Cop Rock, the pilot?
Fucking loved it. Couldn't get enough of it.
No, I really was intrigued. I didn't expect it to be this good. I have heavy Renegade vibes on this with how much I laugh at what I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
And the songs are banging. So yeah, I'm excited to keep going.
Yeah, same. Last night we were very drunk when we watched it. So going in this morning,
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Yes, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be hard because I'm not drinking, and then I was very pleasantly surprised. So I'm very much intrigued still. I can't wait to the next episode.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I was surprisingly into it because I was like, okay, it's a silly thing with music. I've seen some of the clips of the music. I didn't know this was going to be like a real like cop drama, like hardcore like street crime cop drama that is also a lighthearted musical. It works in a surprising way, but like the tone is so all over the place that I mean I can see why this didn't work.
Oh yeah,
but like I mean. In 1990, I can't see people sitting down to watch this. In 2024, 2025,
bet
people. This is a Netflix original.
Yeah, 2025. This is a fucking perfect.
This is a Tubi original, but
this is a freebie. But it's got everything, dude. It's got like the police brutality. It's got racial tension. It's got romance inside the police force.
Yeah.
It's got a guy that can't pee. Like we have everything we need for a real drama.
There's so many threads.
I will
There's a great
spit
pilot.
coffee into the microphone.
You have a spitting problem.
So next week's episode will be another Q&A like we did last year during our season break. We'll have our friend Bleep back to ask us some more questions that we'll have ridiculous answers to. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out last December. We did a little Q&A about movies and stuff. We had borrowed the questions from
Films to be buried with.
Yes, Films to be buried with. So thank you to
Quentin
Rory.
Tarantino?
It's Rory.
What's his name?
Roy Kent is the
Roy
character
Kent.
name.
What's his real name?
Brett Goldstein.
Brett Goldstein. Thank you,
Rory?
Brett Goldstein. It's been a year since I watched that. Roy.
Yeah, but he's a writer on Shrinking.
I know, but he's not in it.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
You haven't seen the new episodes, have you?
No.
Nope.
But that'll be our episode next week. And don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon. You'll get more episodes of this. We'll have one every month. Plus
First one's free.
Plus we have a mental health episode every month. This month's episode is on Violent Night from 2022, where Santa Claus is a Viking and has to die hard John Leguizamo. So they just go to patreon.com/worstpeople. It's $3 a month, and it's not a multi-tier thing at this point. You're going to get both these shows at the $3 a month pledge.
But
so.
if you're feeling loving, you can also donate more than $3 a month.
Yeah, and in the future, if we get to the point where we can do yet another show, because I just hate myself.
Yeah, you do.
We will have to probably add tiers, and if you're already at 5 or something, then you'll just automatically be
Derek
at the new
adds
tier.
tears every night.
He drinks them.
He hates himself.
So that's it for this week and this installment of Latchkey Vids.
Wait for the new intro song.
I've been Derek.
I'm still married to him.
I'm a sidewinding sauce buster.
He's guilty, Judge. He's guilty.
Cop Rock will continue in a moment.
Latchkey Vids. Latchkey Vids. Latchkey Vids.
Latchkey Vids.
I drank eggnog. I threw up again. I'm never gonna keep it down. I drink eggnog. I threw up again. I'm never gonna keep it down. Don't pour me that next door neighbor.
Curdled nog. Why is it chunky?
I drink an eggnog drink. I drink another nog. I have another nog. I drink an eggnog. I drink the nogs that remind me of the good times.
I drink the nogs that remind me of the best times. Oh, Derek boy. He's my lover.
You would be terrible in a fucking bartender musical.
I pour a drink and I hand it to my friend Derek.
Hey.
And back to me because he's not playing along.
Sing. I'm singing.
It's called yes anding.
I'm singing. Yes, and.
This is me, I'm singing.